What's up, brownies? In this video, I'm going to be discussing what the Braxton family values and how those values led them in the decision-making process in Men from the start of the original iteration of the show to how they've ended up now. This is not going to be a video that is aimed to shame these women or bash the Braxtons, and instead we're going to just use them as a cautionary tale, because I believe that the relationships that they have found themselves in are just a microcosm or direct reflection of what most Black women have found themselves doing. And yes, we're going to take a particular look at Tamar, because she is the one that went from bashing her sister's choices in Men when the first show first started, because they were with less than desirable men, and she was with a successful self-made multi-millionaire who had no children and no criminal record. And now look at what she has devolved into. Now, I have heard of 90 Day Fiancé, but 60 Day Spouse is just stupid. How in the world did Tamar end up with this man? And why did she marry him when he had been embarrassing her from the time that he met her? But let's get into this quick flashback and how Tamar felt comfortable talking to her sisters. And then we're going to look at how she has now ended up with a man who cosplays as white villains from movies. Let's get into it.
They don't think I know anything, but hello, evidently I do. I'm really the only one who's happy and got a ring on it, for real. I'm just like, I know something, you know. I'm, honest to God, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. You got a cheater, you got a computer whiz who likes to cheat on the internet, you got somebody who never can't hold down a job, and you got somebody who just want to live off of you. I'm just trying to tell y'all, this kind of dude here is totally different. I'm just letting everybody know, that right there come with a price. That right there ain't easy. It's great, but that ain't easy. That's it.
Well, that didn't age well now, did it? Now let's talk about how we got here. I think it's a combination of bad advice with older and more modern generations. First of all, these boomers, baby, they did a number on us. But you have to be forgiving of them, because these women were born and raised in a time where a woman's entire identity and worth was defined by whether or not a man chose her. So when these women tell you things about letting a man cheat in peace and having a piece of a man is better than having no man at all, and men are going to be men, they just need to be respectful with it when they cheat and don't let the sun beat them home. As long as they're still paying bills, then you can look the other way. And now you got modern day men with microphones in the manosphere and on these podcasts talking about how basically a woman is worthless over the age of 30 and she's hit a wall. And if you are divorced or you're already a mom, then you're damaged goods and no man should touch you. So you have to think about all of the pressure that these women in this family must feel, because they meet all or most of those different things, as I think that most women over 30 do. But it's not just the devaluing of women as they age. It is the notion that Black women particularly always need to date down and just settle for whatever they can get. And so you've heard that coupled with this notion of a high value man, which they are using the term value instead of income. Most of the time, these men might make a lot of money, but their value system and their character is all jacked up. And you really got to look at that when it comes to interracial dating, because you need to know what these people actually think of Blackness and Black people and Black culture, and how that is going to play a role in who they choose and how they treat you. Let's listen to what JR's idea of Blackness and why he can relate to it, shall we?
The mama burlesque dancer, turned heroin addict, unfortunately. You're 6 years old. You have Black women pretty much raising you. A Black man prayed over you and taught you how to pray and cover you. Where was your father at this time?
I never met my father. I never knew him. Going with why I am the way I am, it's just the way I was raised. I don't know any other difference, you know? And so do I have an affinity for Black? Absolutely. It's what I looked up to. It's what I was raised around. And so I think that's probably the biggest misunderstanding of me is, am I out here, you know, stealing culture? I was raised on powdered milk, powdered eggs, and canned peanut butter. By age 16, 2 gold teeth and 2 felonies. I got my GED in juvenile jail. I sat for my GED and I scored the highest GED scores in this juvenile institution, which is crazy. But it was a moment where it's like God is saying to me, you're more smarter than this. First things I did when I started practicing law was criminal defense and father's rights family law. Who better but me to understand how unfair it is for Black fathers, how unfair it is, and using my white privilege to make a difference.
So you can definitely see how JR has confused Black people with N-words. But what I want you to know is this is how the world at large views Black people. They think that we're all like this and come from this type of background. And what's so sad is the internalized anti-Blackness that Black people have. Now, yes, it started with the boomers and the don't play in the sun because you'll get too dark and the paper bag test and the ruler test. And if you light, you all right. If you Black, get back. The respectability politics and how that plays a role in how even now you all are still wearing foundation that is too light for your skin, bleaching your skin, carving your noses in half, and all of the perms and wigs and weaves. And for those of you who are going to say, no, that's just so we can switch our style up, there is Afro-textured weave and wigs. Why is it that you don't wear the wigs and choose the things of the representation that looks most like the way that your hair looks that grows naturally from your scalp? I'm not going to get too deep into that because the point is, if you're going to jump the fence, don't lose your values and your standards when you get over there. Because you've seen Black men make this same mistake for a century now. And definitely in the past few decades where you have seen them jump the fence to play in the snow and end up scraping the bottom of the barrel or picking off of the bottom shelf of other communities. And I think that's what Black women are doing now more and more, especially when you look at Tamar, the Bachelorette, the King of Queens or Queen of Kings or whatever it is. And it's so many more that I really can't even name them all. Love who you want to love. Date who you want to date, but don't lose your standards in the process. And to drive this point home, I'm going to end this with that video that I made several months ago, making corrections to the Natalie Clarice, our good auntie, the video that she made telling Black women what the difference in their experience will be between dating Black men and white men. I made a funny correction video saying that it is not going to be race, but the content of their character. And y'all ate me alive for it. I want you to watch it again and see if you agree with me now. What's up, brownies? So our good auntie Natalie has gotten some smoke on TikTok as of late for a video that she posted detailing the difference between dating some Black men, and she specified that, versus dating white men, which she put no stipulations around. So let's play the video and I'll come back.
What's the difference between dating some Black men and the white man? The white man is going to call you and invite you out. The Black man is going to text you, good morning, beautiful, hello, gorgeous, what you doing? The white man is going to take you to a very nice dinner and pay for it. The Black man is going to ask you, what you cooking? Can I come over? The white man is going to take you to get your tire fixed and pay for it. The Black man is going to tell you, you need to get your tire fixed. The white man is going to buy you a very special gift for your birthday. The Black man is going to disappear and call you after your birthday. The white man is going to be very impressed by your education and your personal accomplishments. The Black man is going to be intimidated by your education and your personal accomplishments. The white man is going to raise his kid, take care of his kid, spend quality time with his kid. The Black man is going to get you pregnant and abandon you and the kid. The white man wants a relationship that leads to marriage and family. The Black man wants a situationship that leads to nothing. The white man is going to date you, propose to you, and then marry you. The Black man is going to shack up with you and play house with you. The white man is going to be clear in his communication when it comes to you. The black man is going to mislead you, play head games with you, and then confuse you. What's the difference between dating some black men and the white man? Everything. Stop being loyal to a community of men who are not loyal to you. Explore your options, think outside of the box, and you'll be amazed at the experiences on the other side.
I would have liked to see more balance in it, to where to completely admonish one race and then to praise the other is just, it lacks balance. And of course, that's one of my core principles. Balance equals righteousness. Anything that lacks balance will inevitably lead to chaos. We are assuming that all people of one race have the same character, and that just doesn't make sense. So in order to remedy that, I did my own little remix. Let's take a listen and tell me what you think.
What's the difference between dating
A fuckboy
and the white?
A good man. A good man.
It's going to call you and invite you out.
A fuckboy
It's going to text you. Good morning, beautiful. Hello, gorgeous. What you doing?
A good man.
It's going to take you to a very nice dinner and pay for it.
A fuckboy
It's going to ask you, what you cooking? Can I come over?
A good man.
It's going to take you to get your tire fixed and pay for it.
A fuckboy
And it's going to tell you you need to get your tire fixed.
A good man.
It's going to buy you a very special gift for your birthday.
A fuckboy
It's going to disappear and call you after your birthday.
A good man.
It's going to be very impressed by your education and your personal accomplishments.
A fuckboy
And it's going to be intimidated by your education and your personal accomplishments.
A good man.
It's going to raise his kid, take care of his kid, spend quality time with his kid.
A fuckboy
And it's going to get you pregnant and abandon you and the kid.
A good man.
He wants a relationship that leads to marriage and family.
A fuckboy
He wants a situationship that leads to nothing.
A good man.
It's going to date you, propose to you, and then marry you.
A fuckboy
It's going to shack up with you and play house with you.
A good man.
It's going to be clear in his communication when it comes to you.
A fuckboy
It's going to mislead you, play head games with you, and then confuse you. What's the difference between dating
A good man.
and
A fuckboy
everything? Stop being loyal to a community of men who are not loyal to you. Explore your options, think outside of the box, and you'll be amazed at the experiences on the other side.
So to be clear, I use characters in my edited version because I'm trying to make the point that it's going to be a man's character that determines how he treats women and what he values rather than his race. See, the real reason why a lot of black women ate me alive in that video is because they did not watch the whole video, because you can't argue with that logic. So I suggest that you watch that whole video, and along with this one and other videos, it will be on the same playlist so that you can get more familiar with my content, and perhaps that will encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to better representation or different talking points, because a lot of the reasons why we are perceived the way that we are by the world at large is because of what we push to the forefront. Some of that is within your power to change. Subscribe and share this video with other like-minded black women.